Hi everyone, it's Meridy. Welcome back. I am here with our second layout using the Patchwork Fields kit this month. And today I'm going to work with our sketch of the month, which I designed, which is right here. And as you can see, it uses three smaller photos. So I'm using three 3x4 photos. Of course, if you don't have smaller photos, or if you don't have this configuration, like if yours are portrait, you could easily put two portrait 4x6 photos there. You know, you could do all kinds of different things. So this is just a jumping off point, of course. So I'm going to use the three photos of my mom and I. We are making name tags, place holders for the Thanksgiving table. I make a different one every year. I've done it since I was like, I don't know, like 16 or 17 years old. Every Thanksgiving I make different little name tag pieces for our Thanksgiving table. But my mom helped me this year because she is retired now, so she can help me. So this is the sketch. These are the three pictures. This is the main paper that I would like to use. This will represent my journaling, you know, at the end when I show you that. I pulled, this is actually packaging from the 49 and Market Art Options chipboard pieces, and I'm just gonna cut this so it's, because it used to fold, so I have two flat little pieces. I'm not fighting with that. Okay, and I'll probably use these for layers because I really do like the print on there. And then I pulled out a bunch of things. As you could tell, there's two like leafy, florally areas. So I pulled out a bunch of things. Some are from the laser cuts. This one is from the laser cuts. The word memories is from the chipboard. I grabbed both of these these were a la carte in the store. They're acrylics, but if you did not pick one of these up, you know, you could use a floral acrylic in place of that. I grabbed some pumpkins, a flower, an owl, here with you, another little flower, a little leaf. And then of course, guys, there's so much more. Like I have all of these little doodads and pieces that I can pick from to add some more layers, and I probably will. I have more of these words to add, like, because I just have this little tiny memories here with you. So maybe I can add one of these titles, gather, or something like that. Of course, I have some more acrylics I can pick from if I wanted. I have the frames here, and you know, I might use one of these frames instead of this like label, showing a label in a few places. Maybe I'll use a frame in place of one of those labels. So I'm just gonna pick, a couple frames here. We'll see. Maybe I won't, maybe I will, maybe I won't. Okay, I've got a couple of scraps left over from the last layout I made, not too many, but I'm gonna be using this dark color, so I probably won't need that side. And I really don't like the pattern of this with this, so I'm not digging that. But you know, maybe I might use this strip to cover that line or something. I'll leave that one out. I also have a dark green sticker. I don't like that color with it though. So I have my Tricks and Treats alphabet. Oh good, I have my rub-ons. I don't know if I necessarily love them with this paper though, but we've got them. This is my color swatch. Of course, I have all kinds of more laser cuts. Like I have more pumpkins, more leaves, you know, so I can really bulk up those two things, those two clusters right there that are in the sketch. And then of course I have this larger sheet of the dark brown paper, but again, I'm not liking that white side with it, and I already have this dark brown, so I probably will not really use this. And then I have these amazing stickers, which I also think that I will use them because they are very similar to the look in my pictures. So I think it, like, seriously, they look like they were made for each other. So I am going to keep these close at hand. I do have a little of this paper left, but again, I'm using this paper. This kind of looks nice with it. The back can look really nice with it. I don't have a lot of that teal color in my pictures, so I think I'll save this for another layout as well. There's just so many colors in this kit that it can go so many different ways. I do have, this is just from my stash. It's paper that I pulled from my stash. This white, I will probably map my pictures on it. This cream, I'm thinking the sketch here, I might use the cream for this whole top section and use this plaid for this whole bottom section. So that is probably what I'm going to do. I probably won't use this paper. This is also for my stash. It's the same color paper that I used on the last layout, and I just grabbed it so it would be easy to find while I'm creating with this kit the rest of the month. And then of course I have all of these chippies, which are awesome. There's tons of florals and leaves. So I think they're gonna be great to use in these clusters right here. So I'm gonna get started by cutting the branding strip off here. And then I think it will be easiest, I can just cut right along one of these diagonal lines to make this paper on the bottom half. So as you see, it doesn't go quite all the way catty corner across the whole layout. It's dropped down a little. So I'm gonna come in here, and I think I'm gonna go right here and just cut on this diagonal. And let's see, I don't even know if I can fit it in my trimmer. I'm just gonna make it in my trimmer, even though I'm folding the paper over a little. If you didn't want to maneuver your paper into your trimmer the way I just did, I would get a self-healing mat and an X-Acto blade, and I would trim the paper with an X-Acto blade, just like how I just did it right now. And then I'm gonna cut the branding strip off this paper. This paper is from 2011. It was in my stash. I could see it on the branding strip. It was old Cosmo Cricut, and it's just solid, like off-white cardstock. So now that I've got the basics laid down, wow, I'm making a mess here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and map my pictures on the white paper so that I can at least have them just ready to go. So I'm gonna go off camera while I mat all three of these on white paper, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so I have my papers matted. Let me get rid of some of this that's just making a mess here. I have my pictures matted, I'm sorry. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this down. Now my question is, do I want it all the way to the edge, or do I want to leave a little border? I think I like it with a little border, so I'm gonna leave a little border. Okay. And then, let's see. I can see there's one pattern of paper in the back. It's very light, it's hard to see on here. And another pattern of paper over here, but I might just use the one. Let's see. I need to figure out which order I want these pictures as well. I think I want the one of my mom and I at the top. I'm not sure how I want to do this. I think I like that. Okay, and then I've got this little tag here, which of course I can put a little label, I can punch one out, but maybe I'll use this. Read that. That looks a little large. I'm wondering if I should maybe alter that a little to make it a color. You know, I think I am gonna do that. I'm gonna alter it, and I think I'm gonna cut it, and maybe I can use this other half somewhere else. Okay, let's see here. I can put this blue teal stripe across the bottom, but it's kind of distracting. Like, it's very distracting because that color is not anywhere in here, so I'm not going to use that. And then I can just kind of start adding these. There's one cluster down here, one up there, and then a little bit by a tag down here. So let's see if I even want to get I am gonna grab the what are these, the rest of the laser cuts, and I am going to put the laser cuts, another cluster of them up there, I believe. This little owl is so cute. I just like him. I'm not sure if he matches very well. Okay, and then I also have, maybe I won't do the laser cuts. Maybe I'll use some of these. You know, I really do like this big sticker right here. Okay, what I'm gonna do is cut this out from the carrier sheet that it's on, so that way you can move this around without sticking it all over my layout, because I really don't want it stuck down right away, because I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it. And I'm hoping that I can use a bigger cluster up here and then maybe a smaller little one down there, like maybe this little pumpkin, to kind of bring that same color from the top, like from that top cluster, and also use some of it at the bottom cluster. Okay. And I feel like I do need to find whatever little tag piece that I'm gonna use on the sides. I need to find that sooner than later. I don't think I want to use these green things. I don't think that they match super well with this layout. I really do like these alphabets. They do match, but I'm not sure that I need them. I'm gonna look through these phrases again. Oh, I could write favorite, but see, I don't really like this teal with this layout, that dark teal. It's very distracting. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. I really need to get these things. Let's see. There's no tags on here. There are no tags in there. I think I'm gonna grab a punch, and I'm gonna punch a tag out of my tag punch. If you don't have a tag punch, you can just cut a tag by hand. There's also tabs on the back of the packaging, like this orange one, actually. Right here is the space for a little tag, and right here is a little orange tag. And I am going to do that, because that will be perfect. So I'm just gonna fussy cut this one out. Oh yeah, the color matches wonderfully too. So I can save these. I'm overwhelmed. All the things look good. There's so many pieces. Let me concentrate back on the tag, on these tags right here. I will be right back with the punch. Okay, this bracket punch is what I'm going to use to represent those two little spots right there. And I'm not sure what, I don't want to do it in patterned paper. It might look okay to do it in this paper. You know what I think I really should use? This scrap. Oh, perfect. think that will look great. I'm just going to cut it directly in half. Put half up there, half right there. I am going to color this. I'm going to alter it into scattered straw, possibly. Let me see. This is the scattered straw color. Or the brushed corduroy is this darker one. I think I want the brushed corduroy. I think I like, that's why I'm glad I have this little cheat sheet. The little color swatch is perfect for times when you don't know what color you want to use. So I am just going to take my brush and ink this up. And I'll go off camera to ink the whole thing, but all I'm doing is just inking it with the brush. If you wanted, you could even put this upside down in the ink pad and get the ink on it that way, the color, to alter it. You could, of course, color it with markers. You know, there's a lot of ways to color it with paint. There are a lot of ways to alter this white frame. Oh yes, I like that color. Great. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go and adhere down all the background of this layout. Do I like them like this? No, they blend too much. I like them dark. I'm going to go adhere everything on the background, not the clusters, but the pictures and the layer of paper, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I got everything adhered on the background. I cut this little label, and so I'm putting the little part that I cut off up here, so it kind of mimics down there and up there. I am going to go ahead and cut this so it doesn't make my photo lopsided on the page. Like, I'm just gonna adhere it right like that, so it's just butting up to my photo. Again, this one too, that's what I cut apart. I cut apart that corner and I moved it up there. Next, so I've got a couple bunches of those flowers. I really would like to put some leaves and things down here. I think I'll start with this one. Somehow get that wedged in there. Maybe down there. I think I'm pretty much done with this sticker sheet for this layout. I do want to put a few of these though. So I am just going to grab my self-healing mat and my X-Acto knife, because you're gonna want to cut these out with the X-Acto knife and the self-healing mat. I already have one piece that I cut from right here that I didn't use in the last layout. It's kind of rather large. I don't know that I like it. So in that case, I'm gonna try to find some smaller sprigs to use here. So I'm gonna just cut a couple times over with my X-Acto knife on the 3 little places where this is attached to the back carrier sheet. Do not try to punch these out by hand. You will break them. You for sure need some kind of blade to go in there and cut them out, because you will break it if you try to punch them out by hand, for sure. I'm not too sure about that piece right now. It's giving me problems. And then I think I will put some little acorns. I love these little acorns. They're tiny and oh so cute. And there's a couple of them. There's this one. And this one, I'm gonna cut 3 of them off. I'm gonna cut this one as well. I'm trying to cut 3 that are approximately the same size. And then I've got 1 in each little cluster. I'm not a fan of this yet. I think the problem is I need 1 more of these type of cuts up in this cluster right here. So I am going to go grab the laser cuts again. And I'm gonna try to find one. Like this flower is pretty. I don't necessarily want this whole giant, huge cluster because I already have a fairly big one right there. I don't necessarily want that one, but I do like the colors from it. So I think I could just pick a couple little flowers and maybe a stem. Or even this stem will look good too. Because I want everything to look like it belongs in each cluster to kind of have similar colors and elements. I think I need a little tiny stem of something down here as well. That one might look okay down there. I might even be able to trim a little of that. Okay, I'm gonna leave these on my table in case I want to turn to them. I'm gonna move this and I'm gonna start adhering things because it's gonna be easier for me to start adhering things and see how it's looking than picking more right now. So I'm going to start by putting this one down. And I'm just gonna start adhering things, building my way from the back to the top. If there are places that might need to be popped up on foam tape, like the top piece, I will pop them up on foam tape. I will go off camera to adhere all these embellishments down, and when I come back, I'll tell you if I had to pop any up on foam tape to make it look good. So I will get a lot of this adhered down and I will be right back. Alrighty guys, I've got most of these clusters adhered down. If you want to know a trick that I use for adhering down these little tiny fine pieces like the laser cuts, and it's hard to get glue on the back of them without making glue go everywhere, I put the glue on the back of my hand like that and just dip it in that, and then yeah, then I just wipe it off, and it makes such it doesn't make a mess, because if you try to glue on the back of those teeny tiny little fine pieces, it'll just be a mess. It's already kind of a mess just putting it on the back of my hand like that. Anyway, let's see, I didn't adhere some of this. I put this up on foam tape, this one sticker, and then I also put this sticker up on foam tape and this little owl up on foam tape. I didn't color in the acorns yet, so I'm not sure what color I want to color those. I think I'm gonna get the brushed corduroy out as well as the ground espresso color, and I'm just gonna color them with a little brush. I think I'll color them first in brushed corduroy, so most of them are that color, and I'm just gonna do one on camera, and I will go off camera to do the other two. And then I could leave them this color if I wanted, or I can go in and add just a little bit of shading here with the ground espresso. I kind of like it like that. But I need a little bit more. And a little tiny tap of the brush goes a long way. Okay, so I'm going to do that to all 3 of these, and I will be right back. Okay, I think that I do need a little bit more on this layout. I think I need a couple more of these, like these type of sprigs. Maybe like 1 or 2 down here. Maybe not like that. And I think I need a couple up here to just carry this out and make all the florals really blend together. So I'm just gonna go through this little pack and see which ones I want to include. Oh, here's a nice little one. Okay, I've got a few here. That looks kind of nice. It kind of just brings together the look of one, because there's 3 different kind of vibes to the embellishments we're using here. We've got the sticker sheet, we've got the laser cuts, and then we've got this more like cartoon-esque, not cartoon, but just a different like hand-drawn icon. So by adding in the little sprigs, it kind of brings all 3 styles kind of merged together here to make it look coherent. So we've got a little of each of the styles in each little section. Okay, so I think I'll glue those few down. Okay, we're almost done with this page, but I feel like these are very, very distracting right now. I think we need to take some of this color and line this little diagonal with it. And I think that it will bring that color into the middle more, and it will not be distracting anymore. So I think I'm gonna just grab a pair of old school scallop scissors and just cut a scallop off of this. It doesn't need to go all the way across the whole page because of course there are things in the middle. So I'm just going to trim a piece for there and a piece for down here. And I think this will help offset those looking too dark in the corners. Maybe I shouldn't have picked that paper, but I think it really helps. So let me go adhere this down and I will be right back. And then I'm going to add in, or adhere down, I should say, these two, the title and the subtitle. And then we will take a look at what we have here. And I think, so that's the sketch we used, the finished product. I really think it's looking good. If I was a person that enjoyed stitching on scrapbook pages, I might give a little stitch around this border because it looks odd to me. So I think it looks odd because there's a little border here, but then it's not a border up there. So I think I'm going to take my black pen. I don't want to mess this up. Oh, I'm really afraid to do this. Okay, so I wanted to draw a little line around here, but I'm afraid to do that, so I'm not going to do that. So I think this layout is going to be complete. If you were inspired, oh, the journaling. So the journaling, I probably will put it down here, like right in this area. I'll maybe make my journaling a little bit shorter than these lines and put it down there. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. So that's where I'll put my journaling. Yeah, I like it the best down here. So if you were inspired by this layout, either to recreate it using the Patchwork Fields kit, or to recreate it using things from your stash or anything like that, we would love to see it on our Not Just for Boys Kit Club community Facebook page. We also have this sketch available on that Facebook page. You can, you know, save the picture and print it out and work from the sketch. And there's actually an album, which I will link in the description of this video, that will just be where you put your layouts using this sketch. So if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, I would subscribe to our YouTube channel. I make about 8 process videos a month using that month's current kit. And don't forget that we have subscriptions available now at Not Just for Boys. I will link that in the description of this video so you can read all about your monthly subscription and subscribing to our kit and getting all these goodies every month automatically. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in a couple days with another layout. Bye.